Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode of the ASAP podcast. We are thrilled to have you join us today on the show. I'm your co host, Luis.
Hi, and I'm Ruth. Welcome, everyone. Today is a very important episode for us because we are framing our conversation around International Women's Day. And right off the bat, we want to set the tone. Today isn't about flowers or generic celebrations, it's a commemoration.
Exactly. It's a day to reflect on history, acknowledge the ongoing struggles, and really highlight the tangible, powerful impact women have in our society and our economy, and right here in our everyday workspaces. And to do that, we have brought a powerhouse.
We absolutely did. Joining us today is Brenda Rivas. She
Ooh.
is the event planner at Next Solution. And let me tell you, keeping our corporate world organized is not a small feat. Brenda is what I like to call an ambivert. She has this amazing introverted focus, but when an event is on, her extroverted energy takes over and commands the room. So she's task oriented, a self proclaimed perfectionist, and most recently, she has embarked on the incredible journey of becoming a new mom. Brenda, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me, Luis Ruth, and for the beautiful introduction. I'm so thrilled to be part of this month's podcast.
And we are so glad that you made it time for us, Bren. Really, really appreciate it. And especially knowing how meticulously you plan your schedule.
Yeah, she does. Okay, Brenda, I want to dive right into the core topic of today. So, whenever March rolls around, the corporate world tends to lean into Happy Women's Day now, and it's like a celebration. But I think that as women in the workforce, we know that it's so much deeper than that. It's a commemoration of the female drive and the barriers that we've broken. From your perspective, I mean, sitting at the intersection of so many different teams of Next Solution, what does this commemoration mean to you personally and professionally?
Well, I am a proud women's advocate. I believe that every space is bettered whenever there's the presence of a woman. Not because I am one, but because I've seen the results of it. Commemorating women is a reminder of the continuous work that has been done by past generations for us to be able to aspire to the same opportunities as men. And I mean, I think that that's the key. We don't intend to replace men. All of us as individuals are unique and irreplaceable. But what we do desire is having the same opportunities and the same ease to choose for our future as men. Speaking as of myself, I might partly seem as an old fashioned woman, quote unquote. I am a new mom, and most of the house chores are up to me. But the reality is that I find myself fulfilled with the role that I chose to carry. And that's the important part that I got the chance to choose. And I never want to take that for granted because I know that there's still so many of us that don't carry the same privilege.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think that part of this struggle for women's rights, it gives us the option to choose. Like you said, you can choose to be traditional or you can choose to be whatever you want. But this is thanks to this struggle, thanks to all of this. I think it's about recognizing the invisible labor that often goes on behind scenes. No, something you are very familiar with in event planning. The final product usually looks flawless. It's like, oh, this is perfect. But the sheer willpower it takes to get there is massive. So, yeah.
Oh, and absolutely. And that actually bridges perfectly into something I wanted to ask. Historically, the labor market wasn't designed with women in mind, but today the modern economy absolutely relies on traits that women disproportionately bring to the table: empathy, high level organization, and adaptability.
Yeah, exactly. And but in your role, you're really task oriented and very organized. I mean, I've worked with you for a while now, and I think that's
Mhm.
one of these important things about you. People sometimes brush off organization skills, or attention to detail, like soft skills. But I think they are essentially the glue that holds a company together. So, how do you see the traits that women uniquely bring to the table, shaping the modern labor market and driving the economy forward?
Yes, they are definitely shaping the future of our market. I think that nowadays corporate world focuses more on those soft skills, and want to incorporate them into their workspaces. Um, and being nourishing and human centered is part of a woman's DNA. So women can do anything. We are amazing multitaskers and we can solve pretty much any issue. So we exceed expectations. We look out for others. We pay attention to detail. We are wired differently than men. So I'm thankful that the corporate world is realizing that they benefit from surrounding workspaces with us. And I am thankful to work in an environment that values us as women by protecting our roles as mothers as well.
Absolutely.
All that, it's so true. And well, when the pandemic hit, and even now in our hybrid workspaces, the companies that survived were the ones that leaned into those exact collaborative and highly organized traits you just mentioned.
Yeah, of course. I want to pivot a bit to the personal side of this drive. Okay, Brenda, you and I both know that being a perfectionist is a double-edged sword.
Mhm.
Like it can be really good when you're talking about your workplace, but it can also be a bit conflicting. No, it can be exhausting sometimes. And to do that, I mean, to add to that, you recently became a mom, right? So how has stepping into motherhood shifted your perspective on female empowerment? How are you balancing your naturally perfectionist, task-oriented professional self with the unpredictable wild ride of raising a child? Because I know that's crazy from experience, right?
Yes, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm balancing it correctly. I'm just trying to survive, really. I cannot answer this question without mentioning the amazing support network that I've been blessed to have, really. My husband, he's taking care of the baby right now so that the the environment can be quiet and I can talk to you without distractions. He's an amazing father. He looks out for our son as well. So um, if I am able to keep on working is due to because of him, really, partly. I won't take my effort out of consideration. He'll do whatever is in his hands to help me achieve this goal of mine to keep on working and still be a mom. Um, this job also allows me to be the type of mom that I wanted, physically present with my kid. I don't have to take my kid to daycare or have someone else look out for him. I know that that's the reality for many women, and I am blessed to be the sole, or not sole, but primary caregiver for my son, and also keep working in the same place that I was used to. Um, my family is always willing to help, so I mean, there's a lot of things in my life that allow me to keep on working while raising my family. And even though I'm blessed to have so much help, it's still a crazy journey. There's no restless days. There's no days that I don't end up tired. So even though we I am blessed with all of this with this help, um, well, it is quite a journey. So I try to organize my days as much as I can, but there's no secret recipe. It's just do what works for you. Every day is different, and don't stress over the undone. Everything has a solution, and nothing lasts forever. So just,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone tells you enjoy, 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 and I keep on telling me those things every day because it's hard um, to focus on the positive while you are tired and you are just exhausted. So it is hard, but it is achievable. And if there's help, go for it.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, I understand that you try to do the best you can. And like you said, every day is different. Every day is going to be different because your baby's growing up, and I think this stage is just like it's complicated,
Yes.
they change from 1 minute to the other,
Yes.
from not walking to walking, from sitting up,
Yes.
so it's
From
crazy.
loving the car seat to not loving the car seat.
Yes, you were mentioning before, no, about
Yes.
like he doesn't like the car seat anymore. So
No.
just like in general, I think that sometimes there are very drastic changes at this stage of their life, right?
Yes.
You have to kind of like redefine what perfect means, because perfect, I think it stops being zero mistakes, and it kind of becomes
Mhm.
more about being resilient, about showing up, about
Mhm.
waking up every day. Sometimes it's like I need to do this.
Showering.
There
Changing
you go.
clothes.
Yes, I mean, like sometimes we see women seamlessly, you know, or we think they're seamlessly doing something, but and we see them navigating both worlds. You were talking a little bit before about multitasking, like we're very good multitaskers. So sometimes it looks like it's effortless,
Mhm.
but it's really like a struggle, It's a lot. It's a
Yes,
lot.
physically and mentally. More mentally.
Yeah, you end up like I think sometimes it's not even tired, it's exhausted. So yeah,
Yes.
we have Hector here. That's correct. Teamwork at home is the important piece when you do home office. Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Totally true. And well, building on that, Brent, watching you and the women at Next Solution operate, it's clear that empowerment isn't just a buzzword, it's an everyday practice. You're not just planning events, you're setting an example.
Yep, exactly. And now you are literally raising the next generation. So,
Mhm. No
and,
pressure.
and no pressure. And that I think that that's probably the most difficult thing. Like we always think about work environments, and I think working, it's not easy, but I think it's the easiest part between being a mother and work.
Yes.
So I mean, this is like my personal opinion, but I think, yeah, when we commemorate International Women's Day, we look back at the women who paved the way for us, what we were talking about before, no? But we also look forward to the paths that we are paving now. Thinking about your child and the young women who are just now entering the workforce of Next Solution or anywhere else, what is the essential mindset or truth that you want them to hold on to? What do you think is important?
Well, just be true to yourself. If you have accomplished to be wherever you are, it's because you're worthy and capable of it. So remember that we as women are amazing, and you can, as an individual, you are as an individual irreplaceable. So um, just hold on to that. I mean, there will be doubts and confusion in this wild journey, but just stay true to your foundations and your values.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with that. Yeah. And I think also owning a space, no, having
Mhm.
a space to work, a space. And I think a space, not just like a physical room space, but a space in general where you can just be yourself and maybe, work and thrive in your own environment. No, I think Next Solution is a place like this. There's a
Yes.
lot of teamwork. I think that we're all doing the things that we're good at and the things that we love, so that makes it a really great space to work.
Mhm.
Oh, and on that note, I think that is the perfect note to land on. Brent, thank you so much for joining us live today. Your insights on the real value of women in the workforce, the realities of balancing a demanding career with motherhood, recent motherhood, and your dedication to Next Solution are truly inspiring.
No, thank you so much for having me. I had an amazing time. I was yesterday, when my son got to sleep. I was answering. I was reviewing the questions that were going to be asked. So that's what I want to portray. I don't want to portray perfection. I might seem that I am well put right now, but that doesn't mean that. 10 minutes ago I was nursing my kid, and I was just doing my hair. So there's more to what you see on screen and on a day-to-day basis. So we are all trying to balance or survive, how I like to mention. And yes, we as women are amazing.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And to everyone that is tuning in today to the podcast, thank you so much for being a part of this conversation as we commemorate International Women's Day this month. And please take a moment to look around your workplace. I think it's not just so much about congratulating each other or, but just seeing and acknowledging women in your companies, in your workspaces, and acknowledge the women that are driving things forward. Often behind the scenes, like sometimes, like in Brenda's case, she's the event planner, and sometimes you don't see all the work that goes behind the scenes. So I think it's important that we acknowledge it, and that we appreciate it. Not so much like, hey, happy Women's Day, but more like realizing what is going on around us, and realizing that we have incredible, strong women supporting us in our organizations.
Amen to that. Absolutely. And thank you all for listening. Today's a podcast. I just want to take a second to send a very, very heartfelt shout out to my daughter, who is having a birthday today. I love monkey. All right, and
Happy
for
birthday.
all of you, it's part of being a parent. Now, for all you guys listening and watching, make sure to follow us, subscribe, and leave a comment in the chat before you go.
Yes, thank you guys so much for being here. And for all the women out there, keep bringing your unique drive to the table. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Thank you so much. Have a great Monday.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Ruth.
Thank you.